Want to make Instagram videos that will impress your friends? Well, I'll show you how to edit and post them, and whether you impress them or not is, well, how do I know your friends aren't jerks? Greetings and salutations, I am Skojo Insta360. It is Instagram day around here. What we're going to do is get you a video very quickly that can be done on your app, on your phone or your iPad, very quickly put together. Get it out there to impress your friends. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to edit it in the Insta360 One R. That's the camera I was using, and that's the app I will be using on my iPad. You could use the GoPro app if you're using a GoPro product in overcapture mode. So these will apply to both, but for now, let's talk about the Insta360 One R app. Now, the app for the Insta360 One R is pretty cool. It's fairly intuitive, and so far I really don't have that many complaints. So what I did was I went out in the woods and decided I was going to just shoot a video of me going down this rather steep hill on cross-country skis. So let's take a look. Okay, so this is not just an epic moment in sports history. This is just me right near a big tall hill at a cross-country skiing hill. What we're gonna do is hit that plus button that will give us an edit menu. Look at right where that little yellow circle is there that I just highlighted. That will give you where you choose your format. 1:1, 16:9, there's 9:16, and there's our 1:1. So that's how you get your Instagram setting to edit. Now, I'm going to see that little button that looks like a camera there. I'll click on that, and that puts me in Viewfinder mode. Now, this is the coolest thing ever. Basically, how you edit in Viewfinder mode is by pressing down on the red button, and then if you scroll it to the right, it makes a tiny planet. If you scroll it to the left, it more flattens it out. If you look down, it makes an even sharper tiny planet. If you look up, it makes a reverse planet. So you're literally just editing like this. There will be no keyframes. So to me, this is the quickest and smoothest way to edit your 360 content that you're just going to post to social media. Okay, so now I'm going to turn and just kind of look down the hill. You can see the caution sign there. I'm getting ready. Now, what you're going to see is going to be more video than what is seen in the first video, because you're going to have to shoot this whole thing and then edit it down later. So I have edited this down, but let's pick it up. As you can see, I'm starting to push off to the right and look up, and that makes my little tiny planet. Now, at the same time I'm doing all this, I am moving the selfie stick, so you can see I'm coming now down in between the skis. I'm going to now turn to my left with the viewfinder mode and pull back just a little bit to get that tiny planet, and now I've got something that's looking kind of cool. Again, there's the selfie stick flipping around. Now I'm going to bring it down a little bit more towards a normal perspective so I can see my skis. So it looks like you're almost just in my place skiing down the hill. As I start to want to change perspective, I'll go into looking down and pushing to the right on the button, and I'm getting my little tiny planet. Swinging around both with the stick and with my viewfinder mode, the app. I mean, this is all seamless. There are no keyframes involved. It is recording this as I'm editing it. So to me, this is by far the best way to edit 360 video that you're going to share on Facebook. So here we go. We're going to go down to kind of normal perspective, fairly flat. And then I'm going to want to climb into a little bit of a tiny planet. So what I'm going to do to double that tiny planet is essentially to scroll towards the right and look down at the same time. So that gets the tiny planet even more severe or stronger, however you want to put it. We'll scroll. I'll turn around to the right. We will get this going. Now what I want to do is show you the reverse planet. That's where I look up and move the thing to the right. See how that does that? We'll come back down and around and bring it back to normal, and there we've got our video. Okay, so now I'm going to choose the edit menu and start going through the different filters. They're not really filters, I guess, they're parameters. So you can use exposure, you can use a color temperature. Basically what I like to do is just wing it with this. You can take some lessons and stuff like that. For the most part, just move the sliders back and forth and just see what looks good to you. So now, I like to use a little bit of sharpness, but not too much because it does add grain to your video. Now I'm going to click on the OK button right there in the upper right, then the Export button in the upper right, choose Export Fixed Frame, and boom, it will export. Now if you look down, as you can see in the left there, middle, you can post to Insta360, Facebook, YouTube, Messenger. There's a lot of different things you can do there. I personally just like to load it to my phone and then put them out in those various other outlets. So personally, I'd recommend don't just post it directly to those social medias unless you're in a real hurry. Post it to your phone and then post it to those social medias. Now, I do have to confess, some of the music you heard on there, I've been playing around with music a lot, and you can get some of that in the app, but I did add some third-party music, because recently I did come up with an agreement with Artlist.io. This is a company that I was aware of and had been using a little bit, but they offered me a free subscription to use their music, and I do have an affiliate link that I'll post down below so that you guys can get a look at it. And I can honestly tell you, this was a service I was using before they approached me. I'm a video producer by trade, and music makes a huge difference and how the emotional impact of a video. In fact, let's just take a little quick look at that original video. Now look at it without any music. As you can see, music makes a huge difference in the impact of a video. So play around with it, have some fun with it, impress your friends. Like I said, hopefully they're not jerks. Hopefully they appreciate you as much as I appreciate you. So go out there, spread the social media videos, have some fun, send them my way. Send me some links and I will take a look at them. And if I feature them in my show, I'll love you more than my other viewers. That is it for this edition of the podcast. I will be doing the next one, the Facebook story, Instagram story. I got a video for that upcoming very, very soon. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Scojo in 360. I'm going to dance my way into Facebook, Instagram history.